Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the 5 pairs of earrings that I will be making. Most of the components came from Sam's Bead Box for the month of March 2023. So if you would like to see how these earrings came about, then stay tuned. I'm going to start off with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of round nose pliers, and 1 set of cutters. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. This is the Casual Comfort tool set, and like the name suggests, they are very comfortable to use. They are very high quality, very well made. And the biggest difference for me is the adult size grips. A lot of times you will see jewelry making tools that come like this, very small, and if you have small hands, these would probably work perfectly. But ever since I found this tool set, I just really can't imagine using anything else. So I will have these tools linked down below along with everything else in the video that I used that did not come from the bead box. So for each pair of earrings that I'm going to make, I will have one already made and we will make the other one together. So here is the first earring. I am also going to link below the opening video for Sam's bead box, and it will have a detailed description of all the beads that came in the box, like these square swirl beads that are for this pair of earrings. So I'm going to make the components first and then we'll put them together. So I have a flat end pin, I have a 5mm spacer bead, and then the bicone. And here's how I make a loop. I'm going to place it on my middle finger, and I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. And then before I close this one, I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to go ahead and make the top component, and that way I can connect them before I close the loop. So now I have an eye pin, and the simple pattern is that same 5mm spacer on top and bottom, and then the swirl square bead. I want the top loop to be in the same direction as that bottom loop, so I'm going to set that up and down right on my finger, and then I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers just above that top bead, then bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and then before I close this top loop, I'm going to connect it to the ear wire, just like that, and then I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers and curl that in to the spacer bead, just like that. So now I have the loop from the eye pin at the bottom. I'm going to connect that first component, just like that. And now I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers and curl it down. So here is the first pair of earrings. On to the next one. So the next pair of earrings is very simple, but I absolutely love these sailboat medallion beads. So I am letting that be the standout in this earring. So there's one component. I have a flat pin, and I'm using the flat disc spacer beads. So just like that, very simple. So now, since it's a flathead pin, it doesn't matter the direction, the loop at the top. So I'm going to go in just above with my round nose pliers, bend it back around with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and then connect the ear wire before I close it. Go in with my round nose pliers and curl that loop back in, just like that. And here is the second pair. On to the third one. So here is my third pair. I love these mint green colors. So I'm going to make the components and then we'll put it together. So I have an eye pin, and I'm going to be using these flower bead caps. Bead cap facing up, lava bead cap facing down. So now I have an eye pin, so I'm going to make sure I have that lined up and down on my middle finger. I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and I'm going to go ahead and connect my ear wire, and then I'm going to curl this loop closed by tucking it in to the bead cap. Just like that. So now I have a flathead pin. So here's the very simple order. We have these copper spacer beads that came in the box, and then of course these mint green ones with the copper wash. Very nice. And with the flathead, I can just set it on here. Go in with my round nose pliers, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters. And then before I close that, I'm going to connect it to the top half of the earring. Then go in with my round nose pliers and close that. Just like that. Here is the third pair. On to the next one. All right, so here is the third pair. I like these kind of weathered chandelier components that came in it. So we're going to make the components first. So these are my 4mm pearls. And of course I'm using this baby blue color. And then these oval beads that came in the box. So now I'm going to go just above the top bead. Bend it back with my fingers. Go in with my cutters. And I'm going to connect it to one of the loops in the chandelier. Just like that. Just like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the other two so that we have 3 going across. Okay, so there it is. So now we'll very quickly do the ear wire. So open the bottom of that ear wire. Connect it to the loop at the top of the chandelier. Close it right back. And here's the fourth pair. On to the last one. Here is the last pair, and this is probably my favorite pair this time, with this bunch of earrings. I really, really like this. So I am using this chain that I will have linked down below. I've used this chain so much, and when I ordered this off of Amazon, it came in 6 different finishes. This exact same style chain came together in 6 finishes. So I absolutely love this. And that's the chain that's going right here. So there you have the length of each chain. It has about 1 inch for the shortest one. This one is about 1.25 inches. This one is about 1.75 inches. This one up here, about 1.75 inches. So first thing, we're going to make these leaf beads, each one of these a different dangle. So here we go. I have a flathead pin, just like that. I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers, bend it back with my fingers, go in with my cutters, and then before I close the loop, I am going to go in and attach a length of chain. And every length of chain has this connected to the end, so it doesn't matter which order. Then I'm going to go in with my round nose pliers and curl that loop closed. Just like that. So there we go. And we're going to do that same thing for each leaf on each length of chain. Okay, so the next step is going to be using this 8mm jump ring and connecting all the lengths of chain to this. So I'm going to connect them in the same order that I connected them here. So first the shortest one, and there we go. Then the longest one, just like that. And then the second longest one, there we go. And the only one left. There we go. So right now I'm just connecting it to the 4mm jump ring, and then we'll connect that one next. So we're gonna close that large jump ring. Then we take that 4mm jump ring, open it, connect it to one end of the connector, close it, and now we're going to connect the earring to the ear wire. So open it here at the bottom, connect the ear wire, close it back. So here is the 5th and last pair. So now I'm going to set them up on my display so that we can see them all better. All right, so here they are, and I am very happy with them. So we'll go in here, and these are very much the same style with just different beads, different components. And I like these type of earrings where there's separate dangles in them, and that copper wash just looks so good. And Like I said, I think this one is my favorite pair. I just love these dangles, and those leaves just set the whole pair off. I also love those connectors, that weathered look. I love this pair. And for this one, I did decide to go with the silver findings, and I think it looks really nice as well. I like the different dangles off the chandelier. These are really nice. And then of course the sailboats. I think these beads just kind of speak for themselves. That's why I decided to keep that pair simple, and certainly I think they look really nice. So if you like this video and you would like to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.